So y'all, it seems like Katt Williams' OPSS are starting to fight back at him once again, and they are not here to play. Katt has been on something of a revolution in the past couple of weeks, going in hard on Diddy and Kevin Hart. Well, it looks like Kevin has had enough of Katt running his mouth on his personal business, and he is now sending some strong threats to Katt to keep his mouth shut, or else. Y'all need to hop on this, because if you thought the drama was messy before, well, the mess just got real.
Kevin told you he wasn't gonna wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay. All right.
Okay, so many people know Diddy and Kevin to be longtime friends, and it's no news that these two have been close for years now, but Katt Williams seems to know more about their friendship than we do not know. According to Katt, their friendship has another side that is unknown to the public, and this revelation seems a little messy because he has been throwing around some allegations of SA between Kevin, Diddy, and a couple of young men in the industry. Allegedly. If y'all have your ears to the streets, then you've probably heard about the allegations of SA surrounding Diddy and Usher, where Usher was said to be a victim. Allegedly, Katt has been hinting very strongly at these allegations since the year began, and he appeared to confirm the allegations that Diddy allegedly gave Usher an STD. We cannot deny the fact that Katt always has a lot to say about celebrities, and while we can't say 100% that what he says is true or not, just know that he has never been hit with a defamation lawsuit before, even after exposing these crazy secrets, so make of that what you will. He has always been the source of all the exclusive tea in the industry, and when he revealed that he was going to grant an interview on the Shay Shay podcast, we all knew what to expect, and he wasted no time in revealing the real secrets of these celebrities. This time, he went deep into the dark details about Kevin and Diddy. Katt started off by hinting that Kevin Hart was involved with the devil in some kind of way. On his episode with Shay Shay, he hinted that Kevin was an industry plant who had allegedly gotten into a weird kind of deal with the Hollywood elite in exchange for money and fame.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
While Katt didn't expressly accuse Kevin Hart of some dirty business, he gave a hint that nothing comes easy in the industry, not without a cost. Even without him spelling it out, it was easy for people to interpret that he was hinting about a connection between Kevin Hart and something dark that we do not know about, especially when he started talking about Kevin compromising his beliefs. As you probably know, Katt has been vocal about the absurd practice of making black actors wear dresses just to boost their careers in the industry. He has insisted many times that he would never do that, and in his Club Shay Shay interview, he doubled down on the statement, insisting that nothing would make him change his stance on that.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no.
The interesting thing is that Katt also claimed that it wasn't only about the dresses, because he also had to turn down $50 million from Diddy because Diddy wanted to get down with him, if you know what I mean. I mean, you must really have the nerves to go against someone like Diddy. But don't be surprised, Katt has never been a Diddy fan, and that's why it was easy for him to point accusing fingers to him. During the same interview, Katt was so vocal about the problems he faced in Hollywood. He mentioned that when he was on a movie project with Martin Lawrence, the producers wanted him to play a role that was very feminine, and to play such a role he had to put on feminine clothes. This was a problem for Katt because wearing such feminine clothes was against his own will and stance. We can say this also posed a threat to Katt's career because obeying the Hollywood elites and wearing feminine clothes seemed like what every black actor had to do in order to be successful in the industry. This claim is evident from Eddie Murphy's character in Norbit to Martin Lawrence's character in Big Mama's House. If we take a close look at it, most black actors have put on feminine characters in one project or the other just to bring life to the movie in terms of comedy. Dave Chappelle is another actor who has called out this very weird practice.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers got to wear a dress.
Dave also claimed that when he said no to the pressure to wear the dress, the products then brought out another script, which proved to him that him wearing a dress was unnecessary and they were deliberately trying to humiliate him.
Why they be putting us in these dresses? But the minute it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress, I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine, think of something else. Guy comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Damn, how did you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you gotta take a stand.
Dave's situation confirms Katt's claim that the sole reason for having black men wear dresses isn't to further the plot of the movie, but to embarrass and humiliate them. Full stop. I mean, why were they pressuring Dave to wear the dress when they had another ready-made script available? After Dave's statements to Oprah, fans started to see that the situation with black male actors wearing dresses was more serious than it looked. It was around this time that Kevin wore a dress on Saturday Night Live.
This, of course, translates from the Latin to who demand.
Ego sum hominem.
Which means I'm demand.
This was weird because Kevin had vowed not to wear a dress, so what happened? He tried to deflect the situation and claimed that he had changed his mind, saying, I wore a dress on SNL because I thought it was funny. I made my own decision, nobody made it for me. I am my own boss. This is where his issues with Katt really started, because when Katt was asked about this, he gave a roundabout answer about Kevin wearing a dress.
I'm saying, at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Okay.
Now, Katt didn't throw Kevin under the bus, instead blaming the industry. But for some reason, Kevin got salty about this, and when he went on The Breakfast Club, he called Katt out for being how Kevin called Katt an addict and everything but a son of God, but he never once called him a liar. Kind of puts things into perspective, doesn't it? Anywho, the battle line between Katt and Kevin was drawn then, and they've been engaged in a silent feud ever since. According to sources, Katt recently stumbled on some alleged evidence of a gay affair between Diddy and Kevin, and this is the real reason that he has been on a tea-spilling rampage against Diddy and Kevin. Y'all know how Katt hates shady stuff in the industry? Well, when you pair that with his beef with Kevin, I think y'all can see where I'm going with this. Now, with Katt's history of exposing secrets, one would think that he points accusing fingers at just anyone in the industry, but the truth is, Katt is not the only one who has something against Diddy. 50 Cent has also spilled some exclusive information about Diddy in the past, like the time he revealed that Diddy invited him on a shopping spree and 50 found it sus.
Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of it. No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
This revelation by 50 Cent put Diddy in a tight spot because there had been lots of accusations about him being gay flying around. These accusations forced Diddy to come out and try to clear things up. He denied making such an offer to 50 Cent, claiming that all he had in his head was him trying to help 50 Cent upgrade his wardrobe by taking him out shopping. Most people would have believed Diddy's defending words, but there was this vibe of him being kind of shady. This is where things get messy. I don't know if y'all know this, but there were rumors that Diddy planned to invite Katt Williams to be on his comedy special. P. Diddy Presents Bad Boys of Comedy. This rumor was all over the media when Diddy wanted to get into the comedy space, and Katt wasn't the only comedian he invited, because he also invited 110 upcoming comedians to be on the show. Well, Katt eventually turned down the show, and for a long time, we didn't know why. Well, he is now claiming that he turned it down because Diddy was allegedly acting sus around the comedians. Word on the streets is that the comedy show was just another means for Diddy to target struggling comedians, those who could easily be influenced to do according to Diddy's will. The show was a means for these struggling comedians to boost their careers, and it is common knowledge that us struggling artists would do everything and anything just to kickstart their careers. Diddy featuring them on his show was a means to boost their careers. All they had to do was dance to the tune of his music. If you're wondering what Kevin Hart has to do with this? Well, it all has to do with his friendship with Diddy. According to Katt, Kevin Hart is a very close pal of Diddy who allegedly knew all about Diddy's dark activities, but he decided not to speak up against it. I mean, Diddy was his bestie, and like they say, birds of a feather flock together. But it doesn't even end there. Katt said that Kevin did not only know about Diddy's escapades, but he also knew about Diddy's alleged SAAs, and we surely cannot blame Katt for his speculations, because Kevin Hart was one of the major people who are in Diddy's circle, and there is a high probability that he knew what his friend was up to. Kevin did not only attend Diddy's parties, but he also hosted a few of them. These parties in question were the ones 50 Cent already brought to our attention, parties that he warned the public about. If the things said by 50 Cent about the parties are true, then isn't it strange to attend such parties, not to talk of hosting them? An old video from one of such parties raised the people's suspicions. The video was one that showed Diddy sitting on a bed and being caught off guard by Kevin Hart, who was trying to record him. Diddy seemed all goofy, asking Kevin not to come any closer to him, and he even tried to make a no homo joke. The joke by Diddy made things more suspicious, because why did he have to joke about that in the first place?
Homo, no, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close, but it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like that's how.
With this awkward video being evidence, some fans claim that the tension between Kevin and Diddy in that video made it seem like some weird stuff might have transpired between them that night at the house party. And again, Katt claimed that something fishy was going on between the two friends at that time, hinting that Diddy had made the same offer to Kevin, and unlike him, Kevin accepted the offer. Though Kevin did not have any evidence to defend himself, he seemed to have an edge against Katt. We all know there have been rumors about Katt being a drug addict. Yes, this was the excuse Kevin gave to prove that Katt was just bluffing about something he thought he knew about. Kevin went ahead to slam Katt, calling him a drug addict whose career was already ruined. He also speculated that Katt's career failure was all his own fault, but he would rather derive joy in trying to blame others for his downfall. Kevin had all this to say about Katt, but not one single thing to say to defend himself. Even when they asked him about Katt's speculations about him being an industry plant who had already sold his soul to boost his career, he said nothing. Kevin claimed that he was not bothered about such allegations, and he would only be doing Katt a favor by dignifying him with a response.
Kev, you got to get your get back, and I'm inviting you to come on Point Forward, the podcast, and get your get back from the busy week you had.
Yeah, good luck getting me to talk about that horse.
Though Kevin totally avoided talking about the situation, he was clearly upset about it. And this was obvious because he said Katt was a clown. And this was after he said that he wasn't going to be addressing the situation.
Hey, look. Hey, Kev, you didn't say nothing to Katt Williams when he did a 3-hour interview talking slow yesterday. You didn't put a shot clock on him.
Well, do you entertain the circus or do you watch it, Bert? Which one do you do?
But Kevin did not stop at just throwing such a shade on Katt. He also went to his Twitter to address the situation again, tweeting, "Gotta get that anger out to Champ. It's honestly sad. In the meantime, please enjoy my movie trailer to my next film lift." With all these things Katt had to say about Kevin, fans expected Kevin to sue Katt since he sued Tasha K just for claiming that he was not faithful to his wife, Eniku. I mean, everybody knows that he has a history of cheating, but he still got so defensive over Tasha K's video.
The first scandal was with the first baby.
Correct.
The one in Vegas.
Yes.
So these other scandals,
It's another one in the office.
she pregnant again.
Correct. With her second
And
baby.
he's still leaving semen stains all over the counter at the
Yes.
Heartbeat Studio.
Correct.
And showering and then going home like.
I told Aniko, Kevin is cheating on you with the girl named Mix Morgan.
Since Kevin was quick to sue Tasha K for allegedly accusing him of cheating on his wife, even though Tasha, what was stopping him from suing Katt for all the negative accusations he had to say about him? Kevin sued Tasha for defamation and extortion. Though he was not in any way featured in the interview, Kevin claimed that Tasha had once tried to extort money amounting to $250,000 in in exchange for the interview she was granted by his assistant. Kevin went on to claim that the interview contained several defamatory allegations against him, but Katt was out here exposing him and he had nothing to say? Yeah, right. Katt also took things to the next level by teaming up with Kevin's ex-wife, Hart, to expose Kevin for who he truly was. Katt and Torre suddenly announced a joint date to go for a tour, which made things even messier for Kevin, because if there is one person who has all the tea on him, it's Torre. He was right to be worried, because things between him and Torre ended on a very messy note. Before the divorce, Kevin was married to Torre for up to 8 years before he filed for a divorce. You would think Torre was at fault since Kevin filed for the divorce, but it is the other way around. Kevin was exposed for cheating on her with other women while they were married, and after putting her through all that, he threw the last bomb by leaving her with the kids. It was heartbreaking because Kevin did not just cheat with one woman, he had these extramarital relationships with multiple women. His escapes may have worked in his favor because he is now married to Eniku, one of the women he was allegedly cheating on Torre with. Torre was known to be a supportive wife to Kevin because she was always there to support him anytime he needed it. She went over and beyond for him, and she even wrote most of his jokes for his stand-up comedies and some of the movies he starred in. Now you'd think that Kevin would appreciate her or give her some credit or money, but he said psych and left her up cold after cheating on her. Yeah, Torre being salty is very much understandable, cause Chile, Kevin did her dirty big time. In one of his stand-up comedies, Kevin admitted to cheating on Torre and even lying about the situation to her. During the show, he stated, "I'm a liar, I just am," Kevin said to his audience. "Understand something, people, lying will ruin your life. Lying ruined my marriage," he said, adding, "That's a lie, I cheated. Let's talk about it though, let's figure it out." From his statement, Kevin admitted that him cheating was not the main issue, but the problem arose from him lying about it to his wife. We don't know if Kevin's words were an attempt to redeem himself or just a jokey, but the truth is Kevin disrespected Torre, the mother of his child, and not just this, a woman who played a major role in boosting his career. He made a joke about their marriage, and he did the most by treating the situation with levity. And this was not the first time Kevin made fun of his ex-wife. He disrespected her on different occasions, making her seem bad in public. So you see, both Katt and Torre have something against Kevin, things that they would want to get back at him for. It was so obvious that Kevin did not take the joint tour between Katt and Torre lightly, but when he was asked about it, he took it lightly and he said he wished that the tour would go well. But it was clear that he was just talking out of the side of his mouth and he didn't really mean what he said. After Kevin's supposed approval of this tour, he seems to be taking some serious steps to stop the tour from happening. And one of these surprising actions is Kevin allegedly hiring a lawyer to take legal steps not only against Katt, but also against the joint tour. According to him, he has a right to privacy, and this tour is going to end up defaming him in one way or the other. Honestly, it looks like Kevin is scared of what Torre is capable of, and he is super pressed about what would become of him if his two main ops ganged up against him in the name of a joint tour. But according to Katt, there is more to say about the situation, because Katt's threats about the tour are just a smokescreen for the real thing he's scared of, and that's Katt exposing him for having a gay affair with Diddy. Rumors have it that Katt allegedly has some damaging receipts about how Kevin was allegedly involved with Diddy's alleged suspicious affairs with Usher back in the day, which allegedly led to Usher being infected with STD.
So what was in Kim's book? You want to hear it? Here it go. Now, I cannot confirm or deny what's in this book, but ain't nobody fit Natasha K. me. So in this book, it detailed his relationships with men, footage of those encounters. It had the names of the men he slept with, a disease. Allegedly, Diddy giving Usher a disease.
This is interesting because Usher has been dealing with a lot of public humiliation over his herpes situation. 2 women slammed him with lawsuits for allegedly exposing them to herpes. One of the women decided to remain anonymous, but the other woman, named Quantasia Sharpton, boldly came out to accuse Usher of putting her life and the life of her child in danger. Though she did not test positive, but she seemed concerned that the herpes situation would affect her since she had hooked up with Usher for her 19th birthday. Nobody understands why Usher did that because he never responded to the allegations. However, there were speculations that Usher was following in his mentor's footsteps. I mean, doesn't it remind you of Diddy, who was accused of engaging in intimate activities without the full consent of the other person? According to Katt, Kevin allegedly took place in Diddy's freak-offs, and he pointed out this video where Kevin said something interesting.
I think they never been to a Diddy party. If you not dancing,
I just got hard.
Then you got to go. So security, if you see somebody and they not dancing, missing, they gots to go.
He just got what now? Yeah, Kevin is never beating the allegations, cause what on earth was that about? Well, Katt has an explanation for that, because he believes that Diddy and Kevin allegedly did the freak-offs and SA'd some young people, including Usher. Allegedly. Y'all remember how Katt talked about Kevin being an industry plant and how suspicious his success was? Well, according to Katt, he now believes that Diddy and his backers were behind Kevin's success, because he played the game and he played it well. Katt is low-key hinting that Kevin might have allegedly played a role in helping Diddy allegedly SA Usher, pointing out how weird it was that Kevin, Diddy, and Usher used to hang out alone during one of those notorious parties. This is why an insider is now claiming that Katt feels like Kevin's threats against the tour are actually veiled threats against him, and Kevin's way of getting him to shut his mouth or face some consequences. Fans left comments saying, "I'm worried they might assassinate Katt because he's more real than the word real itself. Protect the brother at all costs." Kevin Hart can't even claim he didn't know about Diddy. And Katt was right. He came up out of nowhere, and no one thought he was funny enough to be that in demand. And Katt Williams has said nothing personal about Kevin Hart, but Kevin has resorted to assassinating Katt's character. That tells me everything. Yeah, this drama is a hot mess, but y'all let me know what your thoughts are on this situation, then check out this next video.